What? Aw, thanks, Teeny. I appreciate that. First subscribe. Hey, how's it going? OBS has been giving me all sorts of trouble. I've been trying to get it to start up for like 15 minutes now. Probably longer. Had to restart my system. The whole deal. Lots of fun. So, I decided to at least start the stream while I finish fixing my scenes. Let people come in and we'll get started. So yeah, that's so sweet of you to subscribe. That's amazing. Okay. Alright, so I was gonna try to do this a better way. Usually I just manually move it around, but I think I can do it in a way that it will, if I put a transform filter on it, I can actually get it to work better. So we're gonna try that. And we're gonna have to probably fix a couple other things too, but that's fine. Let's do an effect filter, and we're gonna do scaling. Yeah, so we're gonna need a scaling one, and we're going to need a crop pad one. Okay. So what I want is for it to be at the same pad as that, which is 1312. So let's see if this works. 1312. Nope, that did not work. Is it? Am I thinking about this wrong? 13. Oh wait, this isn't padding, this is... Oh, no wonder. Dumb. I'm just silly. So I guess we want to scale it. Okay, this is taking too long. I'm already annoyed with it, so I'm just going to do it the way I usually do it, and then I'll do this some other time. So let's start by fixing our chat, where we see the latest chat. Look at that. Look at that credibility. Look at that credibility right there. And this goes here and here, and then it goes over here. Make it small enough we can hide it over that. It's actually harder to see on the screen. I should have done it on my coding screen. It's easier to tell the difference. Let me switch to a white browser background. This will work. Sorry to blind everybody. I just have to be able to actually see the difference there. 1313, perfect. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Okay. So then the music will cut in and out, so sorry about this. Oh, that's what I want to do. Let's see if I can just copy the transform. Copy. And transform, paste. Beautiful. Just needs to be dragged down a little bit. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. Nope, not quite. Still not quite. Why does that look weird? Is it just... Do I just have it not all the way and I just didn't notice it in the other one? That's what it is. Okay. So I actually do need to bring it down just a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Okay. All good. Let me just copy that transform now. We're getting closer. I just have to fix some OBS things, guys. I'm almost done. because, you know, why not on your first day of actually having whoops, affiliate status, if you want to call it that. You know, yeah, no, I'll fix it. Okay, nope. Fucking thing. Like, it will not let me select this no matter how hard I try. Alright, let me do it this way. Transform, paste. Okay, this is fine. And then I want it up here. That looks okay. Alright. Almost done. And then this is a paste transform. That looks fine. Looks pretty lined up. But this is actually messed up. Alright, let's go like right there. And then, dang it. This is what I had to do on the other one. Alright, let's do this. Just the tiniest bit more. Okay. I know there's an easier way to do this, I just haven't bothered yet. Okay, this one is a little bit different, but we'll start with the paste transform, and then we'll make it bigger. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at me, knowing things. Maybe a little bit further down, like that. Nope, then it overlaps there. Yeah, I think that looks okay. We can always cut out the chat thing later. Okay. And sure. Actually, this just got moved down a little bit. So if I just bring this up, I think that actually looks better anyway. Yeah, we'll go there. That looks okay. Actually, I kind of hate this part. Let's see. There we go. Now you can't see it. Okay, last thing's just terminal, and then we're good. Hope everybody's doing well today. I am about to actually code, but OBS decided to screw everything up on me today, which was a lot of fun. Made me restart my system and all sorts of fun things. Hey, look at that. Look at something not quite working out. It's hiding my VLC now, isn't it? Yeah, it's right there. It's all right. We just need to pull VLC down like that. There we go. That looks okay. What's that weird purple stuff on the side, though? What's the weird purple stuff? I can't tell. Oh, it's just from chat, and it just looks weird. Because technically, let me see if I can go like there. Does that look better? It just looks a little weird. It's fine. It's not me. Okay, and let's just look at solo term. Solo term looks good. I think we did it. Thanks for bearing with me. Sweet. Awesome. Okay, I think we're finally ready. How about it? Let me switch off of this terrible white screen that I was using just for its whiteness, and we can get started. Hope everybody's doing well today. Thanks again, Teeny, for the sub. And we are now officially affiliates. So thanks to everyone that has been watching and chatting and all those things. I really do appreciate it, and it's kind of fun. We get special things. So I had a little surge of feeling like creating emotes the other night, and then I was like, okay, I created emotes. I guess we should do this thing. So tell me what you think of the emotes and if they're all legible enough. I mean, the unwrap one's pretty good. I think it's funny, but it's also a little hard to read. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. But yeah. Fun times. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you haven't been following along, we're doing data structures in Rust. We are in the middle of our linked list. I don't think I edited my stream info, but that's okay. We're at part 2. 3.2. There we go. Now it's edited. So we're going to continue our linked list today, which we started, let's see, what day is it? Friday, so we must have started that on Wednesday. And I should be able to stream Sunday, so that'll be the next stream in case I don't remember to say that. But yeah, let's go. And sorry if you're getting ads. There's ways to get around that without subscribing. One way to get around it is to subscribe, and there's other ways, but you know, I don't feel like it makes sense for me to say it out loud on Twitch how to get around Twitch ads, so I won't. I think you can probably figure it out. Okay, cool. Sweet. So here we are, welcoming Emacs. We rebooted Emacs, so we get a nice welcome message. And let's open our linked list. Okay. So where we left off last time is we basically just finished our ad. We didn't write any tests. We just hoped that this was working, and we hope we did it in a way that made sense. Did we? I don't think we're gonna know yet. Let's write out what our interface is actually going to be up here, because I sometimes forget. So obviously we have new, we have add, we have get, and we have remove. We might do other things because there are some interesting things we can do, but we'll start with that. Remove will essentially be like pop. In this case, so we could call these push and pop, add and remove, right? We could call those push and pop, and it would be, you know, more like our stack. You know, that's usually the stack terms for such things. I was kind of interested in what Rust calls it on their linked list, and since we didn't talk about that yet, it might be worth looking at that. But I think we'll do that towards the end so that it doesn't influence our implementation at all until afterwards. It'll be more like a code review step. So I like that idea better. Okay, so since we're using Safe Rust and everything, we shouldn't have to implement our own drop in this case, which is nice. We shouldn't have any memory leaks, but we're going to make sure, you know, when we're done here, that there's not something that I'm not thinking about. Oh, and it will be a learning for me as well. It's probably my favorite emote that I made, Teeny, is probably the Evil Emacs. I know it's really basic, but I just really like it. It was really easy to make, but it's also fun. Okay. All right, sweet. I did add this, I think. Let's see, did I do this right? Emacs? No, I did IDE. I should alias it with. I should alias it with Emacs. Fun times. And if you don't know, there's some YouTube. There's the start of this. It's not quite as up to date as Twitch, of course, because I can just easily publish the VODs here on YouTube. I have to do some things and mess with music licenses, all that kind of stuff. We mess with music licenses because, well, you know, this little thing right here, right? It's important. It's important. Okay, good deal. So what were we in the middle of that I already forgot? Oh, we were writing tests, right? So let's go ahead and just add to our list. So let's see, what did we do in iSize? So we can just add any number. But we have to declare our list as mutable, of course. And now we have add. Nice. So let's just add a few things. How about that? Okay. And then let's just check our size as our test. And let's see. Cool. Hey, we added items without an error. Of course, we have no idea if those items were added successfully because we're not checking any values. And that's probably why we need to just go ahead and implement git next. How does that sound? Let's do git. Don't need a mute. We just need a reference. And we're going to return a optional t. And I'm pretty sure, let me think about this. Yeah, we're gonna want to return a reference to t. Yep. Okay. So this is just a, in this case, it's just a git. Right, we need an index, don't we? So let's do just a use size for index. And we're gonna just pretend, you know, we're gonna keep this as 0 based, obviously. Makes the most sense, makes it easier. And we're just gonna do some traversal, right? So if we wanna do traversal over our linked list, what do we have to do? We have to visit every node. And this is why git is worst case O of n, right? Okay. Quick message check there. One second. Turn up the music a little bit on my end. Okay. So to traverse, we're gonna have to kind of keep track of our index because we don't keep track of it anywhere else. So, yeah. That's what we're gonna do. Code Pill, what's up? Thank you for the subscribe. That is very kind of you. Yeah, thanks a lot. We're here. We're here, and we're affiliates. How about it? We did it together. Enjoy. Now I found this out. I didn't know this because I don't know really anything about Twitch, to be honest. Like on the back end side of it. Yeah, thanks. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. But I can't add follower only emotes yet. I can only add sub emotes. So I was gonna add some free emotes, but they don't let me yet. I have to be in a better standing. I think they have to make sure that I'm not going to upload anything crazy. I don't know. It's this whole like auto upload thing, and I'm just not authorized for it yet. So for now, they're subscriber only emotes. Good times. Okay. So on our get, we're just going to do a basic traversal. We're going to have to, well, there's different ways we could do this. I think I'm probably just going to do, let me see. How do I want to do this? I didn't really think about this ahead of time. Like most things on this stream, right? We're just implementing this based on sense, not like I don't study how to implement linked lists before I get on here. Kind of defeats the point. So let's see. It's been a while since I've done this. We could go through, basically count I number of jumps to get to the next item, to get to the right item. We could, let me think. We could keep track of, I mean, either in any implementation, I guess it's basically what we'd end up doing, right? We have an easy base case, basically, of that we can't go, it has to be less than the length of what we have. So that could be part of it. So we could say, what just happened? Oh no. This is like the arg out of range 69 thing. Remember this? But I got arg out of range 18. Oh, wait. Did Emacs just freeze on me again? Yep, that's why that... See, that emote has double meaning. There's the meaning of, wow, I'm using evil Emacs, right? Emacs with evil mode. And then it's also just that Emacs is a little bit evil, right? I think that's the... Fuck, we're gonna have to restart. Not the stream, just Emacs, thankfully. I already had to restart my computer today and OBS like 4 times. So awesome. All right, we know the drill. Let's force quit this guy. I think I need to build Emacs from source. I think that's one thing. So meta. This is so meta. So meta on the stream to have to restart Emacs so many times. All right. It's coming. It's coming. Wait for it. Wait for that white glory. I kid you not, I was looking into like an Emacs thing and somebody had their screenshots of like how to use this package. And they had the base theme. No theme. They were using white background, black text. Whew. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were just doing that as an example, but it was a little, it was triggering, you know? Like, I had to check my calendar for when my next therapy appointment was after that. All right, let's see, and then I have to place it right because I haven't done this right. Okay, let's get back into it. We got this. Do we want to recover what we were doing? Sure. This is Emacs. We can recover it. It's fine that Emacs always fails, because if it does, we just recover it. Am I not hitting? I'm not hitting the right thing. Okay, let's try this all over again. Did it recover? No, it didn't. Okay. Y. I thought I hit Y. I thought I did. Okay, here we go. Here we go. MD book. No, I've not used that code bill. What is it? I don't know what it is. Okay. I feel like I'm doing something dumb right now. I feel like there's like a really obvious solution for this in Rust, but I just am not like, I'm not hitting it, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's just name this index, and we're going to say for I in 0 dot dot cool. I mean, there's like an easy like recursive way we could write this too, but we try not to do recursion in Rust because we're cool, I guess. Yeah, so what we could do here is just say self.len. This is one way of doing it. I'm probably going to change this because I already hate it so much, but that's okay. I've been using mkdocs for a while, but I've switched to mkdocs because it allows code execution. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, okay. So it's like a documentation platform. Neat. Yeah, in Emacs, most people use org mode for that. It's like you can execute code in a little block within your notebook in org mode. So I don't know. I've never really used it. But it's kind of like, you know, Emacs people don't use Jupyter notebooks unless, you know, they need to share them, I guess you could say. They use org mode. Okay, so we're going to just say let L option and T equals none. And then again, this is pretty bad. This is, yeah, it's an L. This whole implementation of Git right now is kind of an L, to be honest with you. So then we're just gonna say if I equals index. It's so bad. I just hate everything about this right now. I need to make L mutable, but it's fine. So wait, no, this doesn't make sense. Hold on. I'm gonna get there. There's something that I'm totally missing right now. Right, I'm gonna need a current, right? So first, this is so gross. This is so like imperative gross right now. Cur is a node of T. Technically, it's actually my, what did I call it? A cell? Yeah. Technically, it's this whole cell. Oh my god, I really am hating this right now. I'm hating most things about this. Cell. Current cell T. Okay. I guess we're gonna set this as, just so we don't have to deal with optionality, we'll just set it as head to begin with. This is hurting my soul. This is really hurting my soul. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. This is like this is when I'm feeling super noob. But it's okay. So we're gonna just set this as self.head. This is fine. Okay. And then what are we gonna do? We're actually gonna say 1. Let me think about this. 1 to self.len. That way I is already 1 because we already have this. I mean, we could. Ooh, I guess I have no idea. I just realized I have no idea how to actually get something inside of one of these objects. Yeah, that's a problem. Maybe we should take a step back. Let's pretend this didn't happen real quick, because that's the part that my brain's having a hard time with. Is yes, I just typed a literal 7J, but that's okay. Oh, come on. I hate when I do this. And then it's not even in my undo stack. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. Such a noob moment. That was just a Vim noob moment instead of a Rust noob moment, but that's okay. Alright, let's go up here. Let's try this again. Okay. We're gonna start with a little get val function. And get val is gonna take a reference to self. And let me think, does it even need a reference to self? No, not really. This is actually a, oh, this is a node implementation, is it not? Let me think about this. Let me think. No, it's not a node implementation. Do I need a reference to self? This is actually, we could call it as, I guess it should be a static function on node. You need a no apologies redeem. Like where I can't say I'm sorry. Is that what you mean? Oh, that would be so hard. That would be so hard. All right, we can do that. Okay. All right, no apologies redeem. We can do this. It's gonna be still getting used to these affiliate things. Channel points. Manage rewards and challenges. Add new custom reward. All right. We're gonna do like 5. I'm gonna do 500. No apologies. MetaMe can't apologize for 5 minutes. How does that sound? Oh, this is bad. I know. That's why I'm setting it as 500. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should do 300 since that's the follower thing. And then if people are annoyed with me apologizing, they can follow and redeem their 300 points, right? That would be really funny. Yeah, let's do a cooldown of, let's say, we'll do 15 minutes. Okay, we'll start with no cooldown. I mean, you know, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. All right, that's created. That's created. All right, that's funny. Okay, so I already hate so many things about this, but for now we'll just do this as a static method because we are. And the static method takes, we'll just call it a cell since that's what we named our new type, just to pretend like things aren't terrible. And it takes and returns, see, every cell has a value, so yeah, it can return a reference to T. Okay. So then we have a cell. Let's see what's actually on cell. Okay, so yeah, what we're doing is I was taking a step back. I might not have explained this and just did it all in my head. I was taking a step back because I wanted to know how I was going to take this big type, the whole RC RefCell option node T type, and get the inner value in that. So that was what we're doing. Yeah. I don't know what this is. PogChamp. I'm still not very good at Twitch things, and sometimes I don't know I get confused. I feel like Pog has so many different. I feel like Pog has so many different meanings. Yeah. Oh, you did that because you heard the dog. Yeah, no, he was being bad as usual. Okay, so we should be able to take this little. I wonder if my LSP is confused with the new type. I don't think it is. No, it's right here. Okay. Okay, so we can take an RC and swap. I think what we want. Why am I looking at the LSP like I know what I want? That's what's funny. I have no idea how to use an RC. I've never used one before. Not since learning the language, like just basic syntax. That's hilarious. I'm like, oh, I think what we want. And it's like, no, I have no. Oh, are you kidding? OBS has been killing me today. It already stopped working for transitions. Hurts. It hurts. Okay. We have RC docs open, which is good. It's very good. RC get mute instead of value.get mute. See, this is what I was talking about yesterday. Last stream, and I was like, I actually like RC clone better instead of value.clone. And because I think it's more clear, and although it works to do the RC.clone, it works to use clone as a method on your RC. I actually kind of liked the syntax of calling RC directly. And in this case, you actually have to, because otherwise there can be conflicts with methods of the inner type. So obviously there's some sort of special thing that RC is doing. I think this is probably not a great way to do it. I think we should drop over to Rust by example, because I bet I could understand it a lot faster that way. Let's see. Do they have RC? Yeah, look at you. Look at you. RC. I don't actually need you to highlight it everywhere. Thank you. Okay, let's drop the heading. Let's zoom in at least a little bit. Come on, touchpad. You can do this. There we go. That looks okay. Right, so this, yeah, I got that code build. Yeah, that makes sense. So this is MD book, right? It's pretty sweet, right? Pretty nice. But yeah, mkdocs allows code execution. So this allows code execution in here, but maybe they do something special for that. I don't know. Okay, when multiple ownership is needed, RC can be used. RC keeps track of the number of references. We kind of already know this, at least I do, because I just know so many things, you know? I mean, that's just what it means to be me. Which means the number of owners of the value wrapped inside an RC. Reference count of an RC increases by 1 whenever an RC is cloned, and decreases by 1 whenever one cloned RC is dropped out of the scope. When so all right, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty proud of that one. I'm pretty proud of it because I feel like there's so many great uses of that emote. Oh. Did I think I miss. Oh, I see. Yeah, I misread one of your things as saying you were using MDBook, but you switched to mkdocs. but you're saying you went the other way around. Okay. I get it now, Copil. Thanks. Thanks for patiently sitting me down and explaining that to me. Like you care. Alright. Reference count of an RC increases by 1, yep, and decreases by 1 whenever one cloned RC is dropped out of the scope. When an RC's reference count becomes 0, which means there are no remaining owners, both the RC and the value are all dropped. Cloning an RC never performs a deep copy. Cloning creates just another pointer to the wrapped value and increments the count. Okay, so I'm hoping they explain more than this. Okay, look at this. Look at this RC clone right here. Boom. That's what I wanted to write. That's what I wanted to write. And it's even right here in Rust by example. You know, sometimes I think I am a little bit. As a kid, I was very much a people pleaser, and sometimes I think I get back into that. So we're doing this. I feel validated, and we are going to go back to our code before we do anything else. We're going back to our code, and we're replacing this with the little RC clone. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that feels good. No, I know I can't have the clone there. No, come on. All right. What do you mean? What do you mean that's not valid? Dang it. Arguments to this function are incorrect. Is it that do I have to pass something else? RC clone. Why don't you? It doesn't matter. We'll get back to it. No, we should fix it right now. All right. Let's start. One of the nice things about Clojure, if you're going to design a language, now granted this is much easier with a Lisp, but one of the nice things, if I wanted to comment out this function, like the whole function, granted it's easier because Clojure is a Lisp, you got S expressions, that's all I got to do. Little hash underscore, and I'm done. Right? Isn't that nice? Way better than block comments. Way better. All right. We'll just start there. This way we can figure out what our build is. Okay, it is just that you need a reference. Okay. You know, I kind of remembered that from when I wrote it that way the first time, but I was like, why not let the compiler tell me what to do, you know? That was kind of a joke in the sense that I should have just tried that to see if I remembered it correctly. Okay. Life is just a jump from RC cars to RC clone. That's right. When you're a little lad playing with RC cars, you grow up to use RC clone. Granted, you won't have thread safety, but it will still be cool. I feel you, Copil. Rust just takes a long time to learn. I've learned a lot of other languages. I mean, I say a lot. I know all the languages. No, I've learned a lot of languages. Rust is definitely one of the harder ones, if not the hardest language I've learned. Like Clojure is just the dead simplest language to learn. I got a job writing Clojure. I'd written maybe couple hundred lines before that of Clojure. and is just like, yeah, I'll just write this whole thing. Now, I mean, yeah, were there like a couple months of like, this is the most idiomatic way to do this, or you don't really want to do this, you know, learning all the different tips, sure. But as far as just writing the language and it working, it's like first week, no problem. It's kind of like Go in that sense, right? What I've heard. I haven't touched Go. I didn't want to get any sort of transmittable diseases. Just kidding. Okay. Okay. RC examples, 2-string. Look at all these RC examples. Okay. We have an RC new. We have a strong count. Yeah, that's cool. RC clone. RCA.equal. Eq. Yeah. Length of the value inside RCA. Oh. So we can use methods of a value directly. That's cool. Okay, I understand that. Then how do you use RefCell? That's my next question. So if I can use RefCell methods directly, okay, how do I get back out of here? Then I guess the next thing is to look up RefCell docs, right? I wonder what this module level documentation actually, like how helpful it is. Okay, RefCell uses rest lifetimes to implement dynamic borrowing, a process whereby one can claim temporary exclusive mutable access to the inner value. Okay, so that's the whole borrow thing. That's the thing I was thinking about. An immutable reference to a RefCell's inner value can be obtained with borrow. An immutable borrow can be obtained with borrow mute. Okay, cool. So I think that's all we want. We actually do want to just do the borrow thing, and then we should actually have the value itself, right? Let's do, really? Was that the last thing I did? Hurting me. Right, scene. I'm switching manually with my mouse. Freaking OBS. Okay. All right. So, let's try this again. So I'm going to call borrow, and then I should actually have my inner type. My inner type is an optional. And I know that, let's see, do I know that something exists? So now that I have the optional, oh, if I just call cell.borrow, does that actually, that might actually just work. Yeah, I'm not sure, Teeny. I am wondering that myself. Because it does feel like a lot of work to go through in order to get a none value, right? It feels a little bit weird. It's definitely a lot of work to go through in order to get a none value. No doubt. No doubt. Okay, let's see what we've got on this. So, I mean, essentially, let's see, what does this return? I mean, it says it returns that here. Mismatch types, expected reference, static T, found struct, ref, option, node T. So it's still some sort of ref. Okay, let's see how this works. Immutably borrows the wrapped value. I'm not going to switch to browser for a second because it's too annoying right now. And I should be able to figure this out quickly. Let borrowed 5 c.borrow. Okay. Isn't that what I did? Oh, so you can do a try borrow, because if it's mutably borrowed, it's going to... But I'm pretty much taking care of this, am I not? Maybe I do want to do a try borrow. Okay, so basically, if I already have a mutable reference, right, borrow is going to panic. Where, you know, because you can't have a mutable reference and an immutable reference at the same time, right? And part of RefCell's guarantee is that it only gives one mutable borrow at a time. Okay. Right. So the thing I don't exactly understand is that I'm still not getting the type back that I'm expecting. I'm getting this ref where how do I get the actual value out of that? That's what I'm not understanding. I guess let's switch to browser and try ChatGPT. My errors between space and enter have gone down a lot. Have they not? You know? It better not write a linked list for me. I'll be very mad. Alright. To access the value within a RefCell in Rust, you use the borrow, brew, and mute methods to get a reference or mutable reference to the inner value respectively, using borrow for immutable access. Let borrowed value equals my refcell.borrow. The value is, and then you do a deref. Okay. We use the borrow method to get an immutable reference to the inner value, and we dereference it with pound star to access the value. So I guess what I'm wondering is, can I just add that star, or is that going to fail? I'm gonna guess it's gonna fail somehow. So it's possible that what I actually want to return, I mean, it's possible this method is not actually helpful because I can't get to the actual value inside the way that I would want to. But I think I already am at the point where I know that I want to put my option outside, or at least I'm pretty sure I do. Because this is already feeling pretty dumb that to check whether there's even a value there, I'm doing all of this work. And that feels kind of dumb. So let's do that first. I'm actually going to leave option out of here. It'll also make our type a little bit more expressive here. Whoops. Nope. Dang it. Vim loss. Viml. Alright. Now is this still yeah, it's still there at least. Okay, that's fine, but of course I have too many things here. Okay. So then we have a RefCell to RC RefCell node T, and then we have an option cell T. Okay, I think this is a good start. All right, so it still comes down to if I have a cell and I'm getting a borrow to it here. Let's see. Mismatch types, expected reference static T found struct node T. Oh, right. Okay. So then I do a deref. Okay, so then we don't want to use the syntactic sugar. And we should be able to say we want a deref. And then we're going to do .val. And we have our .val, and then we just need our borrow. Still might not work. Consider using the static lifetime static, but it's definitely not static. So what is the lifetime? The lifetime is the same as my cell. So I guess we should be able to say, the problem is I'm specifying a lifetime. Okay, so I know how to return a node. Borrow.deref.val. Okay, so this deref. Yeah, but why won't you just tell me what type this is returning? That's annoying me. It should just tell me on hover what type that is. Okay. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this part, but that's okay. .val. Okay. And it's saying that I need to specify a lifetime, which I don't really want to. I'm just gonna say A and pretend that that's fine, even though I didn't specify it anywhere else. Alright, so we have to do something like this, and then maybe we can do this. Does this work? No, I didn't think it was going to work because it's an RC and everything. But it's... I'm doing something wrong. Again. Alright. Let's do an undo on that and that. And let's just compile and get the actual error. Oh, we need to finish our optional stuff. Is it hard to tell I have ADHD? Yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. All right. Except I can't do this because if self.head doesn't exist, then yeah. Let me think. That is the only benefit to having an optional inside of the RC, is that I'm not sure how it's going to behave here. I didn't think about that. Because this was kind of an annoying piece to all of this. And I do need... Huh. And I can't just clone it. Let me think. Can I clone it? Oh, that actually wouldn't... I think that would actually be fine. Let me think about this. Okay. I'm not saying this is the right way to do this, but let's say if we were going to do an href, which is actually a reference to head. Let's just say I had we'll just write it as an if to be easy. If self dot head dot is sum, then we can just return a none, else we can, I'm sorry, that's the opposite case. Let me put that here. All right. Oh, we can just return none if there's no sum. Otherwise, what we can do is do a sum. Okay, if let would be nicer. If let would be nicer. If let cell equals, wait, no, sum cell equals href. Can you do it this way? Can I do a let if let? I can't remember if I can do that. Okay, we'll just start with this syntax and then we'll make sure we can actually, maybe I can't actually assign that to something. Then we're gonna do sum cell dot clone. Except this is our C clone. Sum RC clone cell. Whoops. Deleted the wrong parentheses. Okay. Obviously, this isn't going to work until I do... This is not supposed to be that. This is supposed to be self.head. And then here... Yeah, I just use my mouse. I absolutely just use my mouse. We're going to say let head equals. Does that work? I don't think I can do that. Well, it mostly just hits this part. Right, I need the and. Okay, so I can do that. Okay, okay. I'm not saying this is perfect. But let's just call that prev head. And then we'll go back here. What do we do here? We make things work. And then, if we really feel like it, we make them pretty. Okay. Awesome. Hey, look. We got rid of a lot of our red squigglies. I love it. Okay. This still hates me, which is annoying that it cares about lifetimes. So what that tells me is that I just don't want this method, because if I have to specify a lifetime, I'm going to hate it. Okay? So if it's mad about lifetimes, we're just not going to use them. And we're going to just keep it in the local scope where we can just let those lifetimes be. What's the special Rust word? Elided. We're gonna let those lifetimes be elided. Nothing like some elided lifetimes. Okay, cool. So, what was the point? The point was that we're going to take this, put it down here, just so we remember how we did all that. And we should be back to an actually compiling project unless I messed something else up. What don't you like? Cannot move out of self.head as enum variant. Sum, which is behind a mutable reference. Yeah. How about that? How about a little ref? Okay. So that takes care of add. Everything seems to be working. Let's just run our tests and see what happens. Hey, our test pass. All right. That's not a bad thing. That's not bad. This might actually work with option in that place. Let's try get again with option where it is now. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. So to get index 1, let's just think through this. We're going to visit our head and we're going to go to next. To get index 2, we have to do that twice. So our number of operations equals our index, right? If it's 0, then we're just returning our head. That's pretty easy. So yeah, let's start with my ugly implementation that I was starting at, which is basically saying let mute. Just think about this. L, right, equals self.head. Yeah. So that's an optional RC, right? It's our head type. Okay. And then here, obviously this doesn't make sense. It's just there for reference. We're going to say, we're gonna have to increment something, right? Let me think. So for I n02 self.len. Oh yeah. So actually we could just do, let's see if we can do this. Let me think. Is there a do syntax in Rust? Am I just thinking of closure? I think I'm thinking of closure. There's no do syntax, right? Okay. Like do something certain number of times. That's what we do. Fuck. What if I want to do something a certain number of times? I mean, obviously I can do the for let. Let me just think about this. For. Okay. So what do I get? That's what I'm thinking about. What do I get if I, let's go into, what is it called? iRust. What happens with, I think I tried this in this thing and it keeps doing that. That malarkey. 1.1.collect, I want to say. But I have to call, I hate this. I hate this syntax. what is it? Vec I8. Right? No. Missed that. Okay, perfect. I think I'm actually getting it. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it would just return an empty array. So what I want is something inclusive. There we go. That's what I want. This helps me. Okay, so what I'm going to say is for I n 1 dot equal index. But if our index is 0, this doesn't count, right? What happens if our index is 0? Probably panics. No, it just gives me nothing. That would be ideal. If that's true, that's really good. Hopefully the Rust REPL is not leading us astray. We will find out very soon. Okay, so what we're gonna do is say for I and starting at 1 to index. If our index is 0, this shouldn't run. If our index is 1, since we're in an inclusive range, this should only run one time, etc. Then we are going to get our, then we're just going to say L equals, I mean, granted, we're doing a bunch of assignments that are unnecessary. I could check. I mean, essentially, I just want to do this until it's done. So I could say if I equals index, if I wanted to reduce the assignments, but let's just make this really stupid to start with, because I probably am going to want to change it. Oh, plus I actually have to change things, right? Oh my God, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. So we're going to say L equals, unbelievable. Unbelievable. L dot next, right? And then if, well, let's think about this. I don't think do I need to do an if? No, because I already did everything else. Now I don't have next. I know that already. I have to reach into that node to call next, or to get to next. But we'll start there. Okay, sick. Okay, so just the basic idea is if we do all of this, then we're just going to return L, right? And so even if there's no elements on our list, this should actually return none. That's the idea. Even if it was out of bounds, technically this would return none. No, it would probably panic, right? But that's okay. We can handle that case. So what are we gonna start with? Let's just do that real quick before I forget. If index is greater than or equal to self.len, then we want to return. Okay, that's fine. Right, we don't need the actual thing. We just need a ref to it. And now we're actually to something. Oh, right, but we have to get the inner value. Darn it. So that's why I need a match down here. Okay, so after we do all this work, then we need to get inner value. Okay. You know, nobody redeemed that I didn't have to apologize, but I feel like I've done pretty good. Okay, I've done pretty good not apologizing. All right. All right. First affiliate stream, man. Just the pressure's on. I just feel like I'm subjecting you guys to ads if you're not subscribed. And it, I don't know. I think it increased my anxiety. It's dumb, isn't it? Isn't that dumb? Just like increase my anxiety just because I'm subjecting you to ads. Oh dear. So dumb. Brains are dumb. Okay. Alright, so we know next doesn't exist here. We actually have to reach into that inner value. And we do need to match because if L is none, this code is getting worse by the second. We're like matching so many times. It's so bad. I really should. No, I don't like this at all. I really don't like this. Oh, it's so bad. But I'm just gonna go with it. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna need a match here. That's really what it comes down to. Can L be none if we already checked for the length? Let me think about this. Can L be none if we already check for the length? No. Oh, thank God. I don't have to worry about none. So as long as I don't screw up in the rest of my implementation, I don't have to worry about none. That's a great question, Teeny. Oh, God. Just give me a second. I'm gonna let that one settle into my brain. Unwrap, 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 unwrap. We can unwrap that thing fearlessly. We are going to fearlessly unwrap. Oh, God. You know what? I think this is like what I get because yesterday someone was like, I could never stream because this is on somebody else's stream. I could never stream because I'm just so bad at live coding. And I was just like, you know, you do it long enough, you get used to it. And then now I'm just like, oh, live coding. It's killing me. It's killing me. All right. Anyway. For I in 1, 2 index L equals L dot next, we already know that there's actually a value here. So we can just go for it. We're going to say a little L dot borrow dot dref dot next. Except then we violated our type. That's the only problem with that. Haven't we? No, that's the same type. Right. It's nested. It's nested. Okay. And then we already know L is not. Thanks, Teeny. We already know L is not none. So we could do an unwrap. No, I'm thinking of, that works, right? Returns the contained sum value, consuming the self value. Oh, I don't want to consume it because then I'm not getting an option. Okay, nope. I forgot what it's called. What's it called? I'm so used to just pattern matching these that I never do it this way. Is there even a thing I can do it as? I could do to owned, but that doesn't make sense. I mean, I could do, oh yeah, no. I'm thinking about this wrong. I can do unwrap, and then I'm going to do a clone. And that's because inside of this is where I have my RC. And I do actually want to say, yes, my reference count is going up right now. Oh wait, no, but I need my value. I need my value. I'm being so dumb right now. Okay. So we have our option. I'm just not thinking about the type, right? So we unwrap. Yeah, unwrap's fine. It's fine for, is it fine to consume that RC? I think so. I think so. Okay, let's leave this for a second. We'll just return none while we fix this up here, because that might also explain things. Okay, L equals L. What did I forget? I mean, Teeny told me. I needed at least an unwrap there. Okay, expected reference and option RC RefCell NoT. Look at that freaking type. Found. All right, let's build this so we can actually read the freaking output. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, it's so bad. Expected and option RC found option. Oh, it's just because I've changed the type, right? Okay. All right. It's so good. So good. Oh, that's really funny. Oh, that's good times. Okay. Let me just think about what I actually want to do. Obviously, I could just put the and there so that the types match, but I'm not sure that that's what I want to do yet. Okay, so we expected an option, expected reference to that, but instead we're getting the actual thing, right? And it's saying consider borrowing. Okay, so what do we actually want to do? Why do you hate this? Why do you hate this part? Is there another thing that it's expected due to this value? Oh, it's just part of the same compiler message. Yeah, just because we're inferring types. I hate that sometimes. It just throws me off. All right, I'm done with distractions. I can focus. I probably should have had my fake ADHD meds today. My nutraceuticals that help me with focus. L equals. So I'm getting next. If I do a borrow here, I don't think that's really going to make a difference in my life. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Yeah, that's fine. We can just do a borrow. Aren't we glad that we spent like 5 minutes thinking about, do we want to do a borrow? See, then it hates me again already. Let's see. Creates a temporary value which is freed while still in use. Yes, use after free. Use after free. All right. And we don't actually need this I, so let's just make it like that. So we're happier. And that's, see, I knew there was something that was wrong about this, right? Now the thing is, I know it's not going to be none, and I know this isn't going to be none. So I think the question is, do I actually want to make L the cell type, the RC RefCell NoT, instead of the option? Like, do we just, again, quick and dirty, do we just want to unwrap this, go here, jump in that, And then down here, we have this RC business. And we just, I mean, look at how dirty that is. Is that dirty enough for you? All right. Let me think about this. So then we have an RC. We're going to borrow. We're going to deref. We're going to go into next. And we're going to go into unwrap. I think this might work. What does RC borrow do? Oh, you figured it out. Okay. Yeah, it's basically just letting me borrow the contents. It's actually a method on RefCell, just for other people, even though Teeny figured it out. It's a method on RefCell. Okay, let's see what our compiler error is now. You can clone the value and consume it, but this might not be your desired behavior, right? Because since I'm unwrapping, I'm moving, right? And I don't actually want to move, right? So in that sense, adding a little dot clone isn't the worst thing, and that's going to be the same error that I have up here. Now I wonder if I can say, can I do something like this instead? Okay, that changed my type, right? Yeah, that changed my type. Let's just start with clone. Okay, let's see where we're at now. DRF coercion. Okay. Cannot assign to L because it is borrowed. Okay, help. Remove this mute. Okay, no. I mean, is it borrowed? When did I say it's borrowed? I'm confused. L is borrowed here. A temporary with access to the borrow is created here. L is assigned to here, but it was already borrowed. The borrow might be used here when that temporary is dropped and runs the destructor for type. I've never seen this error before. Borrow occurs due to deref coercion to RefCell node T. Deref defined here, blah, blah, blah. Interesting. Okay. So obviously I'm just doing this wrong. Just across the board wrong. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. All right, let's just check what type is this actually giving me. It's giving me an RC RefCell node T. That's what I expected. But then it's not letting me borrow that. Am I just like totally missing something here? Like I can't do this, right? Because it's not mutable. No, cannot assign to L because it is borrowed. Ooh. I don't understand. I don't understand this at all. Let's see. We're gonna have to do more reading. Bummer. I thought I could make this work. I thought I could make this work. Okay. Where are we going? We're trying to get to Rust by example again. Let's just see if there was something I missed here that helps me. No, because this is just the RC stuff. So then we had to go to RefCell. And we looked at RefCell. Alright. We have borrow. We could do into inner. What does this do? Consumes the RefCell, returning the wrapped value. So then it's consumed. Maybe the problem is that I'm consuming it. I wonder if that's the problem. But that's not what this shows. This is saying, okay, let's just try. Let me try asking Jippity with the actual error message. Let me delete the part where I mentioned a linked list. So that it doesn't just tell me how to write a linked list. All right. In your code snippet, you have something like this. It knows that we're doing crazy things. All right. Oh yeah, because it's in the error message. It seems like L is already borrowed when you try to reassign it. To resolve this issue, you should first create a new variable to hold the new value, and then assign that new variable to L. Here's an example of how you can do it. Let new L equals L.borrow, L equals new L. Oh, you mean I literally just can't do it in the same line? If this works, I'm gonna be a little bit annoyed. You can't read. Oh crap! Yeah, sorry. Let's see. Thanks for the heads up, Teeny. I wish there was like a nice way to just always have my browser look good for you guys. I mean, I probably should just change the aspect ratio where the end of the browser ends at my right block, kind of like I do for everything else. It's probably the right choice. That's probably what I need to do. Okay. Cool. So yeah, basically it's saying all I need to do is actually create a new temporary variable and then do this. And that's because of this like RC business. But I don't feel like that this part makes sense. After obtaining it through cloning and borrowing, like what does L.replace actually do? Let's look at the RC docs real. Oh no, it's actually in RefCell anyway. Replaces the wrapped value with a new one, returning the old value without deinitializing either one. It's the same as stdmem replace. Cell.replace, assert eq, old value, assert eq, cell, RefCell new 6. Now that would like, wait, since I cloned it, maybe it doesn't actually matter. Huh. I still feel like it's wrong somehow. Let's just go to the code and try this whole temporary variable thing and then see how far we get. Okay, so it says I want to do something like this. Obviously, I should have made this easier on myself, but that's not how we do things. That is not how we do things here. And then L equals new L. I have a hard time believing that this is just going to magically work. I know that. What? That's really it? Why couldn't the compiler tell me that? Why didn't the compiler tell me, oh yeah, actually, we can't figure out what you're doing. So we're just gonna do this little thing. Yeah. What? What? Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, why does it work now? Because I put this here. That's why it works. Now, I know that's not really what you're asking. Let's talk about that. Why does it actually work? Not why do we think it works? Why does it actually work? Okay. So let me go back over to GPT. We'll copy our error message. And we'll talk through why did what we just changed fix things. Yeah, there. Whoops. Might help if I'm in insert mode. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. So before, we couldn't assign to L because... Oh, I get it now, kind of. I'm close. Okay. So here's the problem. The problem is that the compiler can't guarantee what I'm going to do with this borrow. And so it's not wanting me... Yeah. L is borrowed here. A temporary with access to the borrow is created here. L is assigned to here, but it was already borrowed. Yeah, so basically by putting it on the new line and a new value, Rust can say, okay, you haven't done anything terrible with this borrow. And because of that, I can actually deal with this. Now that's not a very good explanation. How about that? Was that like just amazing? You know what? Let's move on. You understand. No, okay, let's try this again. This is actually about destructors dropping, which tells us it's about lifetimes. All right, so since it's about lifetimes, the issue is that it can't tell what lifetime, basically, when to drop the original L. So like here, of course, L is technically our self.head, right? It's our first element. When I assigned our second element to L, with a borrow of the first element, it's saying, I don't know when I'm supposed to actually drop this. But by doing this, new L, it now says, okay, I can actually drop this original head.clone. That's my hypothesis. Does that make any sense? It's basically, how do I know when I can drop the head.clone from the scope, and then I only have the new L. I only have the next in the scope. That's the idea. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think that's pretty good. I think we understand it enough for where we're at. All right, so at this point we should have the element that we actually want. And then all we have to do is find that element. I mean, all we have to do is return that inner value of that element, right? I know I did an option to reference to T, and I'm not 100% sure that that's actually what I want, because realistically I'm just going to do a t.clone similar to what we did in like our array list, right? So let's look at our array list real quick. Make sure I remember what the our types ended up being. I did do an option to reference a T. Never mind. It just worked. Okay. We'll try that. Okay. So the real thing we're going to do is say sum, and then we're doing this whole cell.borrow.deref.val. And by cell, oh, I called it cell originally, which, does that make sense? Yeah, that is our cell type. So let's keep calling it cell. I actually like that. I like that name. This should just be called next cell. And next cell. Knew I'd miss one place because I didn't use find and replace. All right, cool. We can delete this, and we finally use that, so we can delete that. And now we can see, why do the Rust gods hate us? Why do the Rust gods hate us today? I figured this is what when I was thinking through this is the thing I was saying, I don't think this is gonna work, because this creates a reference to a value owned by the current function, right? So basically, through this whole borrow deref val business, we've created something in the scope, and then we're trying to return a reference to that. But if the compiler let us do this, that value would be dropped, right, from memory, essentially, before we even got there. So this is a little bit different, because now it's possible we could have gotten away with that. Let's see if we can get away with this. Cell does not live long enough. It's still the same thing. So we still might need some lifetime business that says, actually, no need for deref if we return T. This deref, I believe, is actually the deref on our RefCell. And that's how we get from RefCell to value. Let me just think about this. All right, let's see. So that cell didn't live long enough. And then this is not even the right type. And it's just yeah. I mean, I already know this. Because it's a temporary value, because we did a borrow deref, blah, blah, blah. So this is essentially not the same value that we have within our linked list structure. And that's why we were able to do it in our array list, because it's just reaching into that underlying vec, but here we can't. So no matter what, I know how we can probably fix this. I have an idea. Anybody else? Anybody else wondering what that idea might be? I don't know. Oh no, because I don't have clone on T. Okay. All right. Because I don't have clone, I can't do that. Let me think. I mean, ideally we don't do this with clone. So I could make this work. Remember in our array list we did like clone, we did a bunch of trait things, right? Okay, let me just think about this. I think it's just me. I mean, I can do a lifetime parameter. But that still doesn't fix the underlying problem. It's not about a lifetime parameter. Because no matter what, I'm creating the value in the scope. And then, so for now, until I understand RefCell better and how to actually do this, I probably will need clone, even though I shouldn't. How much do we hate this? It's sad. It's sad to do this, but I wonder if we can get to this. What? You're back to telling me I can't do something? Oh no. Oh no. Cell dropped here while still borrowed. What do you mean? Okay, I think I'm missing some essential RC RefCell knowledge here to actually make this work. Okay, I understand I created the binding there. And then I understand that I borrowed it. So is it that I need to do a to-owned? Oh, because I cloned it. Oh, okay, okay. We're cloning the shit out of things. So it's actually the borrow that's not required. Okay. So I probably still, yeah, this is a RefCell, yeah, okay. Okay. So it's something else off of my, I don't remember what it's called right Let's just see what we got. Oh crap, it's already 4:02. I gotta go. Darn it. Okay. We can do a 2 owned. We could do that. I don't know if that's actually the right way of doing it. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, do we still not have... This is still a RefCell? Does this not do what I think it does? Usually by cloning. Okay. Darn it, I have to go. Well guys, that was disappointing. I did not think Git was going to be the thing that got me on this implementation, but it is so far. But I mean, to be fair, the reason that I think it's challenging is because I've never had to deal with the whole RCA RefCell business before. So yeah, that's kind of how it is. I will be streaming most likely on Sunday next. Should be starting around the normal time that I usually do. So that's that. Hope everyone has a good weekend, and catch me on Sunday if you can. If you don't follow already and you want to see me struggle with Rust continuously, please do. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate the new subs, and we'll catch you guys on Sunday. Thanks a lot. We're getting there. The beard credibility is a little suspect. A little suspect at the moment. Let's see. Should we rate anybody? Soding. I mean, Soding's cool. I actually like him, but he's so focused that he's probably not gonna even notice our raid. But we'll just raid him real quick. That's fine. If he even allows us to raid him. There we go. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll catch you guys later. Yeah, exactly. He never acknowledges raids. So it's not like I'm getting anything out of it, but that's fine. It's whatever. I mean, he doesn't even acknowledge when Prime raids him. So, you know, it's okay. His chat will still see that I raided him. So, you know.